Torkelson, first inning. Got a man on. Oh, now we're torquing.
I know you're going to say it.
I know, and it just makes me laugh.
It makes you laugh.
1-0 Detroit. Kaiser Montero, he was excellent for the Tigers. 6 innings, 4 strikeouts. Gave up just 2 hits, no runs. White Sox have been playing very well. Tough break about Murakami. He's going to be out about a month and a half.
Called bottom another of the top prospect in Jacob Gonzalez.
Bottom of the 7th. Drew Anderson pitching for Detroit. Let's flash it back. On Friday, he gave up that walk-off homer in the 10th to Miguel Vargas. So let's flash forward back to yesterday. Colson Montgomery, base is empty. But that's his 15th home run of the year. And the White Sox tie the game at 1. Of Montgomery's 15 home runs, 11 of them have come in weekend games.
Yes.
Weird. There's Jacob Gonzalez making his big league debut. His family was there. Congratulations to them. First career hit for Jacob Gonzalez. Next man up, Tristan Peters.
I was
coaching
coaching first base on Saturday. The first base umpire comes up behind me and goes, "Hey, I'm from the south side of Chicago. I loved your Miguel Vargas sky bombs." And then he hit the walk-off that night.
Yeah, there we go. So the White Sox
Friday night
get the win, 2-1. They are 1 game back of the Guardians. By the way, the Detroit Tigers, since Tarik Skubal went down, the Tigers are 4-21.
Speaking of Skubal, I mean, it's been a tough season, and the Detroit Times attributing Ken Rosenthal's comments over the weekend where he said the Tigers are trending was the word, towards trading Tarik Skubal. That was on Saturday. I mean, Dero, they're a far cry from where we thought they would be. Injuries have just completely decimated them. What would you do if you're in that front office? What is it, June 1st, right now? And I'm sure it will ebb and flow. Tarik's going to throw today and seems to be on the mend quickly.
Man, it's crazy how in 2 months you're trying to do a total 180 and you're thinking. They showed up to spring training thinking they're going to win a World Series.
Dero, I just looked at those standings. With the exception of the Guardians, I would have had it flipped.
So it's hard for me to believe that in a 2-month time, you're just going to, like I said, do a complete 180 and punt the season. I know it's doom and gloom right now. You got to take stock. The offense outside of Riley Green, and McGonigal's been a light for them. Don't get me wrong. He's been fantastic. The offense has, you remember last year, like McKinstry was leading the league in triples.
He was an all-star.
Torkelson was killing it. Kerry Carpenter was going deep. They just got him back. The offensive has been kind of non-existent. The starting rotation's been decimated by injury. I mean, yesterday, A.J. Hinch is taking conversations of why he pulled Montero in the 6th inning. Like, and I know he was efficient and I know he was good, but those are the questions where he's trying to win a ball game and we're treating Kaiser Montero like he's a dude now. Right? So I understand that. You're obviously not signing him. You obviously signed Framber Valdez because you know you're not signing him.
You knew when that happened.
Come on, that's basically telling you.
I think they've known for quite a while.
That's telling you we're bringing in your replacement because we don't think we can get a deal done. Now, that being said, there's got to still be belief in A.J. Hinch and this coaching staff that he comes back and he's healthy. As bad as they played, that's as hot as they can get. And that division hasn't totally gotten away from them. But I think they got to have serious conversations when he comes back of moving him.
What do you think you
can't just let him leave. You can't. You watch the Angels just let Shohei leave.
Yeah, and
you
reportedly,
can't do that.
They had a deal in place, reportedly.
For like Caminero, I'm sure they had a million deals.
And why is it? Because you don't want to be the person who trades Shohei, right? That I got.
In that situation, probably Artie Moreno, their owner's like, I'm not going to be the guy to trade.
I'm not going to be the guy.
But you got to. It's got to be.
They are.
You got to think smart.
They are at 11 and a half games back.
It's bad.
It does not look good right now.
How far back was Cleveland?
Well, Cleveland, I believe it was 15 game deficit.
And that was July.
Yeah.
Are you willing to take that risk and get nothing for Skubal and watch him walk out the door?
I'm not. No.
Well, you're punting the season if you trade him.
Well,
every guy walks in that next day and thinks, what the heck now?
Oh, that is a tough decision. Glad I don't have to make it. All right, let's take a quick timeout. When we come back, We all know that Kyle Tucker was the prize free agent this past offseason, but up.
All right, so the first call you heard was on Chicago White Sox radio network, and then you heard Colson Montgomery, the young rookie shortstop, talking about the success of the team, his own early success of the season. The White Sox sweep the Tigers in this weekend series, and right now they are soaring, right? A couple games over 500, trying to solidify their spot in the American League Central, trying to bring their fans back to the stadium, packing the South Side again, and they're doing it in a unique way, right? They have some homegrown guys, they have some veteran players who are mixed in there. Unfortunately, Munetaka Murakami was placed on the IL with a hamstring strain. And here's the cool thing about him, right? He wants to stay and hang around the team. He doesn't want to go off and rehab somewhere else. He doesn't want to be at home watching the game. He wants to be in the dugout, sweating with the boys, hanging with the boys, and being a part of the culture that they've created there with Will Venable and that entire staff. And saying the broadcast did such a great job this weekend describing, Brooke Fletcher really did a great job reporting about how Munetaka Murakami thinks that he can help the team in the margins, thinks that he can still help in certain ways, even if he's not playing, but he's infectious, right? He's brought this spark and this energy, this global energy into the Chicago White Sox organization. And it may be because of the bidet, Steve, you might say that, but I think it might be because of his bat too. I'm not sure. Both could be right. But what he's done for them, not only are they scoring more than 5 runs per game, but they're competing and they're winning ball games in that fashion. And all of those little things, they add up to wins, especially in their own division.
What makes you think that I was going to bring up the bidet as an issue in all of this? I'm just curious.
Just like a little, just a feeling, like a gut feeling that I had. It's crazy.
Yeah,
was I wrong?
Gut right down. No, I was thinking about going there, but
my
then
heart
I thought to
and
myself,
my gut. Yeah.
Yes. Then I thought to myself, well, Murakami hits nothing but home runs. So does a strained hamstring really matter if he's going to trot around the bases? I mean, it's not like he's got to leg out infield hits. He hits nothing but home runs. Yeah. Colson Montgomery, by the way, 15 home runs for him right now. And again, we're 60 games into the season. And so think about that, a third of the way in, the kind of year this young man's putting together already. And what I like is that they're winning without Murakami. That, young teams need to learn how to win at the major league level. That's the trick. You want to develop through your farm system. So winning's important, but development is also at times more important than winning in the minor leagues. But you need to win so that you learn that rhythm that you get into as a team to be able to do it. And they're starting to do that now. Murakami's been a big part of protecting Montgomery and Miguel Vargas and guys like that so that they could get off into the season. And now they're kind of, being able to sort of, like the little doe that's able to sort of get up on its own 4 legs and walk now. They're doing that themselves. And so it's been impressive what they're doing. And the pitching's been pretty good yesterday. Burke had a pretty good game for them yesterday. And for the Tigers, 4-21 since Tarik Skubal went down. Now,
how's your mom feeling about that?
Yeah, not great. My mom, although she loves the City Connect costumes that the Tigers have now, she's not loving the 4-21. And, when you have an ace, he's the stopper to keep you out of losing streaks. They don't have that guy right now. And you talked about Jack Flaherty, who's, has not won yet, and he's getting strikeouts, but he's given up
and
runs
Framber
and home
Valdez
runs.
Doesn't look like Framber Valdez.
Doesn't look like it. And so and then offensively, they're not doing things. And so it's been a tough run there, and they can't seem to get out of it. And they're stuck in that. And if anybody can get you out of it from a managerial point of view of mixing and matching and trying to find the right matchups, it would be A.J. Hinch. This is just a rut that they're in, that they just in a free fall right now at 22-38. Oof. I did not see that coming for the Detroit Tigers. So a disappointing place. And Skubal's rushing to get back, and he's probably going to get back just in time to show everybody that he's healthy. And I don't know how they don't trade him at the trade deadline this year.
Well, let me ask you this real quick, because I know we got to get to our triple, but I want to ask you that question. Like, what kind of haul can you get knowing that he's coming back from this nano surgery, but knowing the caliber of pitcher? Like, what kind of haul will you request as the Tigers for Tarik Skubal?
Yeah, so if he proves that he's healthy when he comes back, and his stuff is where it's been, and he bounces back from between starts, and everything looks like it's okay, then I think you're looking at, it's just a rental for the final couple months, but for a team that is in it to win it mode, and to try to put them over the top to get an ace in the front of the rotation, like think about him and Chris Sale with the Atlanta Braves. Like, I like Atlanta and what they've done, but I'd like it a lot more if you pair him up front with Chris Sale in that rotation.
Sure. I love Atlanta.
A matchup, right?
That feels realistic to me. Yeah, but also, like, I love the idea of a much smaller market team who has a lot of farm depth and system depth being able to bring him in and solidify their rotation. I could also see the San Diego Padres giving up Ethan Salas to bring him in. They did it with Mason Miller and Leo DeVries last year, so who knows what they'll do.
Right, and so you're going to get a top 10 prospect most likely, or an organization's best prospect, and then likely 2 to 3 or 4 other, top 15, 20 prospects from a team. It's going to be a mega deal. There's no question about that if he gets dealt.
I like Tampa Bay too. Tim Jones, I agree with you, our producer. I love the idea of Tampa Bay. Pitching it in the Trop for Tarik Skubal in that staff,
The only thing is that, remember, it's going to be $10 million in salary for the final 2 months of the season. He's making only $30 million, right? So a third of that is going to be $10 million, and the team's going to have to have that.
Win the World Series.